Welcome traders to the weekly Forex forecast for the 9th of October and onwards for the next week. We're going to analyze all the markets. I'm going to go through each chart as we go along using the advanced pro charts. But I really want to encourage you to go parabolic. Parabolic trends are the answer and you have to use them properly. Okay, they're non-discretionary. There's no other rules. You simply, when it goes red, it's a sell. When it goes green, it's a buy. Okay, it is as simple as that. And you can work 10 minutes a day just on the charts, just doing that. Any time of day. Go to work, come back, spend 10 minutes. That's it. Close them down. That's what I do. Now I'm a bit longer in the charts because I'm showing you what to do and showing my members what to do. So that's fair enough. Now go to Trading Mentors and you can join and become one of my team for free, 14 days. Have a look at that. But this is what we're looking at on a daily basis during the New York session. Now this is the tradingmentors.com members benefits, and this explains what you get for your membership. So you get access to the VIP room, and then I do a daily video analysis on all the markets every afternoon during the New York session. There's a free trial. You can click there, that's fine, and cancel any time, doesn't really matter. I don't run any adverts. I don't look at promotions. I am simply organic, so I'm only looking for serious traders. I'm not going to waste your time or mine. So if you're fed up with getting stopped out over and over again, then stop going closer to the market and look at parabolic trends. They are the answer to get you into the markets and enjoy your life. So you're not at the charts all day long. You don't have to be at the charts all day long to make good profits. You've got to really see it as an investment. So when I started 41 years ago, I was buying and selling stocks, still do, and I use parabolic trends. I have used them for 41 years, and all I'm looking for is all the buyers to come in. This is the DXY, by the way. So all the buyers to come in, everything goes green here. The MACD is confirmed, and the price goes up and up and up. And you'd be surprised how long it stays there as well. So that's a parabolic trend on the daily. That's what we're looking for in the next 15 minutes or so. So put your feet up, get yourself a coffee and enjoy the next 15 minutes or so. So the DXY has been parabolic for some time. As we can see, all the buyers are indicated here when it goes green. Simple as that. This is a daily chart, so you can imagine how long does it take to work that out. The candlestick is green. We've got a buy signal on the advanced pro charts and everything's green here. This is telling you to buy now. There's no excuses. There's nothing left. All right. This is your support line. So all you do is put your stop on here until you get stopped out. Grab 500 pips, grab 1,000 pips, grab 945 pips on gold. Don't be surprised. Now, if you traded gold this week at 50p a pip, you make 400 quid. It's that easy, and you're doing very, very little indeed. So I really need to convince you that this is the way to go. So if you're bored with losing money and bored with getting stopped out, then we never get stopped out on a parabolic trend, because the ATR is way beyond the price. The stop is way beyond the ATR. Okay, 2 times, 2.5 times. And the wider your stop, the less risk you are making. The wider your stop, the less risk you are making, because the price is being allowed to move within the range. So anyway, that's me finished with my speech. I'm delighted to welcome you to the weekly Forex forecast for next week, the 9th of October. Now we've had the non-farm payroll figures out. The price should start to sort themselves out in the next few days. So I'll be doing my daily video analysis on Monday afternoon, New York session for members only, no one else. And as we can see, the DXY is something going on here. There's a little bit of a correction going on, and this is probably going to roll over and the dollar's going to go weak for a few days. There is a support line here at 104.72. So we're going to put a price in there. Price label is, so that's this week's target, 104.70. That's a support area. And if the price decides to not break that, then of course we could see a bounce, but up to 107.62. We had a target from last week's weekly Forex forecast at 107.62. It went up to 107.33, I think. Not quite to our target, but nonetheless, I think it probably will end up that way once the correction has completed. So in other words, what this tells us is the dollar is going weak. So you are looking for long positions on any dollar pairs in the next few days. I'll be looking at them in the next few minutes. For those who are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. Glad to see you on board. And if you need any support, then just contact me. We've got our target from last week of 65.43, but it's not parabolic yet. When it goes parabolic, this is what it looks like to the downside. Everything goes red. And members, if your daily is selling off, and if your 4-hour is selling off, then just sell it. Just an idea. And bank those profits. Now, as we can see here, it's in consolidation now. There's a support for this price, and the MACD is confirming that it's green, but we've got a few sellers in, and we've got a few buyers. Now, we don't trade yen futures. They are a guide to actually which direction the yen pairs are going to go. So we can actually cherry pick the ones that look best in terms of parabolic trends. So once we get those setups, they are going to move massive. Typically 300-500 pips or even more. So don't be surprised if you make a lot more money than you've ever done before by doing less. 10 minutes a day. That's all I ask you to do. And very few people can actually do it, because you're tempted to stay in the markets for too long and to analyze and overanalyze. All right. So please, parabolic trends is the answer if you're looking for a long-term strategy for trading and building up a nice portfolio of profitable trades. So when I first started buying stocks and shares using parabolic trends, I had a portfolio of, say, between 10 and 20 shares. Now, some of them worked, some of them didn't. That's part of having the portfolio. So that's similar to currencies and commodities in terms of I'm looking for a portfolio. So once the yen starts to move and goes parabolic, I'm looking for a portfolio of the best charts around, so I can put them on. And even if you're 50p a pip, doesn't matter. Just go 50p a pip and bank that 500 pips. So as we can see, the yen futures are not parabolic. So therefore, we cannot expect the yen pairs to do much at all, because they're not parabolic. This is not parabolic, and so therefore the yen pairs won't know which way to go. So this is the Swiss franc futures. Again, we don't trade the futures. You can trade the futures if you want. However, they give us an indication of what's happening in terms of the Swiss franc, of course, and the franc pairs will correlate with this. So as we can see, this has been going on for some time. We've got to sell, we've got to sell, we've got to sell. So you can just simply sell it as you go along with the Advanced Pro charts. However, it's hit the bottom of this trend channel, which is slightly up. It's pretty much sideways, but there's a change going on. And what we're looking for here is a change in direction. So we just grab the parallel lines, grab the trend line, which I've already drawn. You can see that the bottom of that is. So if there's going to be any change, this is going to start to achieve higher highs. You're going to get a buy signal and all the buyers step in. All right. Now what that means in terms of the Swiss pairs, it means usually that the Swiss pairs goes down. So Aussie Swiss, Euro Swiss, Pound Swiss are going to weaken or go down rather. So the Swiss franc are going to strengthen. So we look out for that, and every day we'll come in and pop in for members only. I'll dive down into the 4-hour chart and then we'll see where we can get into the trades and see which ones are setting up the best. On to the indices now, and congratulations members if you have traded the Dow Jones to the downside as it broke this structure here. Market structure has been down for the last week, since last Friday, and it continues. However, there is change going on in the lower time frames. As you can see, there's some support for this price now, nice double bottom there. So it could bounce here, but I'm not totally convinced that it's going to stay. I'm going to stick with my target of 32,515. I don't think it's a reversal. I think it's just a reaction from the non-farm payroll, possibly. But again, we'll keep an eye on this day to day. This is no longer parabolic, so I'll turn it off. Now, remember that the indices across the world are led by the US, so they will be following the Dow Jones. Now, I don't know if you can spot this in the Nasdaq. See where the trend is going in this channel? This is a long-term trend, and this may well be a simple correction. Okay, so keep an eye on this. This is not parabolic. It needs to move and start to move up, and then we get confirmation later on. The Hang Seng has been parabolic. It is no longer parabolic. Turn it off. Simple as that. If you traded this to the downside, then great stuff. I had a target of 16,742. This is not parabolic. Turn it off. This is going to 18,521, but it's not parabolic to the upside yet. Now, the FTSE 100 still is parabolic to the downside, as you can see. All the sellers are still in, and we're going to still have a target of 7221. The DAX we need to keep an eye on. We're not short the DAX. We have been. It's hit our target at 15,485 from the previous week, and a double bottom there, but it broke that and come down to the bottom of this range here. So I prefer to see a sell and then down from here rather than a sell on the bottom of this channel. Probably will continue down. Much depends again on the Dow, doesn't it? So we'll have to wait and see for this one. Not my favorite trade. Now the S&P 500 is not parabolic, so I'm switching that off, but it is one to watch. I tend to put them orange, which is on my watch list, to watch. Hitting the bottom of this channel, which is the channel going up, and it's broken, it's had a change of character. So, and on the lower time frames, it's showing there as well. So congratulations if you trade it down to the bottom of this area. Hit our target, 4233, congratulations. If you traded that down there, nice. I don't know how many pips that was, 260 points or something. And now we could see a complete reversal back up into the trend. This could go parabolic quite quickly, and it's one to certainly watch. Okay, so again, I'm interested. Definitely interested in a Bitcoin. I've gone long Bitcoin, and this is why we've gone parabolic. All the buys are in. All the buys are in. Okay. Now there is a long-term downtrend here, but this has been broken now. So we still have a target of 31,700, which is a previous high. Some members are asking about silver, so I'll cover silver. As we can see, it is short, it's bearish. However, it's come down to this support area a few times, bounced up to our target 24.93, come down to our target 22.68, but I think it's going to bounce. So in line with gold, of course. So I think we're going to see, first of all, this going on, and then it needs to make its mind up and then maybe roll over. So we've got a short-term target of $22.14. On to oil now, $83.07. And as if you've seen my YouTube analysis, we expected the price to come into this convergence area here, which it did, Well, it didn't bounce, did it? We had a small loss on that one, unfortunately. But nonetheless, technically, this was perfect. So you've done everything that you can, members, if you've gone long on this one. The only thing you could have done, obviously, is wait for the change of character and then moved up. But nonetheless, this is now weak and parabolic to the downside. So I think that we're going to see a bounce up, back up to what was the support area, now resistance, and then down to $78. What is that price? That's the previous low at $78.17. 78.10, something like that. But expect a trade to come and bounce up here. I'm going to put an alert on here so that I will bounce that into the members area. If it comes up and bounces off there, just go to your chart and look to sell it. On to gold. Gold was a funny thing on Friday, wasn't it? It went down, it went up, and that's usual with non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll week, by the way, guys, is notoriously a bad week to trade. Just to let you know, that's just the way it is. I used to, years ago, go away on a Friday, just disappear for a weekend, and then come back on a Monday once everything's settled down. It's quite a good way to do it. So leading up to the non-farm payroll, you find that there's very low volumes and prices can spike. So just be aware of that if you are trading in that week for the future. Let me take some of these off here. So that reached our target of 18.15 this week, I think I said, from last week's, and strong support there. Now, this could, and we need to do more analysis each day, don't we, and follow this, but there could be a complete reversal on this one, or at least a correction. So you can see the resistance levels. Sorry, I think we lost connection there. Very odd. So yes, so it's on a very strong support area, so we could see a bounce. So I think we're going to see something like this, or even higher than that, to here, 1885, before it decides to come back down. So we're going to hedge a little bit. So first target 1860, and then second target for this week is 1886. Now, much depends on the DXY, of course. If the DXY collapses from where it is, it's changed character. So that's a possibility. If dollar goes strong, then this will, if dollar goes weak, then this will drive commodities higher. Now, I'm only showing you charts that are parabolic, ready to trade. Okay. So all the buys are in on the US Canadian. So we are expecting the price to go to 141.76 eventually, of course. Now, I'm doing the weekly Forex forecast, but prices can take time before they get to the targets. So we do expect a little bit of pullback because the DXY is hesitating. So you're probably going to need to see something like this. Now, in order for this to do this, the DXY has to go strong again, which it could do easily. And this will drive this higher. Now, conversely, the Aussie USD is parabolic to the downside. That's how it works. So further weakness is expected. It's broken support, and as long as it holds below that area, somewhere around there, it's sitting on it as we speak. So it's closed on it pretty much, 63.83. So it's just slightly above it. So if it continues downwards, then there's going to be a target of 61.67. But don't trade both. They do the same thing. US Canadian goes up, Aussie goes down. That is the correlation. Now on to the New Zealand USD. I mentioned this last week to go parabolic, if you remember. And I'm sticking by it because the DXY looks like it wants to go down. And what happens is the correlation between the DXY as it weakens will drive some of the dollar pairs up. So some of these, not euro dollar yet, not pound USD yet, not US Swiss yet, but the Kiwi is looking a lot better than most trades. And the reason for this, we've got all the buyers in. That's a start. Okay, it's not confirmed yet. I've got the 50-day moving average, which is sometimes helpful to tell you whether the price. I've always used the 50-day moving average, even before computers were invented in 1982. It's very reliable, by the way, on all time frames. But a couple of things has to happen. Of course, the price has to start to achieve higher highs. It has to go green, and we have to see a buy signal. But it could happen very, very quickly. Target 62.21. Look out for this one. Could be hot. I'm skipping all yen pairs. You probably know why, with the yen futures being very mixed indeed. Then the yen pairs will be very mixed. But they could soon change. Could soon change on Monday. So we'll see. For members, I'll let you know, of course. Now, pound Canadian is going parabolic. It has been parabolic to the downside. As you can see, it hit our target of 164.47 and continues and has a nice bounce off this support area as expected. It is going parabolic, but it's not quite there yet, is it? So this is what we mean by parabolic to the upside. This is what it means. The price is going up, achieving higher highs, and all the buyers are in, but this is not parabolic. Pound Aussie, very similar. Euro Canadian, one to keep an eye on. So this is parabolic. Now I need to do some analysis for members on Monday. This could be a nice trade getting ready to go. So we're talking about a target of 147.78, 147.80 for all intents and purposes. But what we can probably see is something like this. Never does it in a straight line, unfortunately. Congratulations, members who had the Aussie Swiss in the last week. Hit our target 58.80. And as you can see, it's hit this top of this trend line, this channel, which is now rolled over. It now needs to make its mind up. It's not parabolic yet. If you can see here, there's some buyers still in here. So this could go either way. But I am looking for a sell on this. So look out for this one. This is going to be hot. So I'm going to put 1 to watch. New Zealand Canadian. Okay, so a nice trade. Congratulations, guys. We've had several trades on this week for members. Well done. Doesn't seem to have gone very far, but it's okay. And it has to make its mind up now, but it is parabolic to the upside. All the buyers are in, and so we've got a previous high of 83.80. We're keeping an eye on this every day. Pound New Zealand. Now I know some of you love this pair. I don't like this pair. I don't like the miners so much. But Pound New Zealand, congratulations, guys. Hit our target at 203.90. Very nicely indeed. And how many pips did you get? Or could you have got? 745. Very nice indeed. Congratulations, guys. And that is the beauty of parabolic trends. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. Just go in, sell it. Wait for the sellers to come in. Sell it. Put your stop there. Just change your stop. Pop in between playing golf. And put your stop there, put your stop there, put your stop there, put your stop there until you're stopped out. Okay, so you never get stopped out at the beginning because the stop is so far away. Now we can see there's nothing going on, so we just have to wait and see on this one. Final one for today is the Euro Swiss. The Aussie Swiss is doing exactly the same thing, so you have to make your mind up which one you want to go for. I'll let you know. If you're on the signals, then I'll let you know which one I'm going in, if you like, and the stop. And the target, up to you, not bothered. So here we go. Euro Swiss, it needs to break the 50-day moving average before it goes down. And this is acting as support at the moment. Once it breaks down, then we're going to have the sellers all coming in and we'll be going parabolic to the downside. I'm going to put a target here of 95.15. So guys, if you want to become members, become part of my team where you work with me every day during the New York session and onwards. I start at 6 in the morning, so I am there to support you. I'm not at my charts all day. but I do answer your queries. Have a wonderful weekend.